Amtrak's California Zephyr is a cross-country train that's normally full of sightseers and train enthusiasts.
Here we go. And the theme for Train Jam 2018 is Odyssey. Don't just make a bunch of Mario Odyssey games, you know.
But each year, a group of video game developers, artists, and musicians hop on to take part in an event called Train Jam. 340 participants from 30 countries will get on the train in Chicago. And in the 52 hours it takes to get to San Francisco, they'll try to create a video game completely from scratch. Most people get started before the train even leaves the station.
I'm from Palestine. I met a new guy he's an Syrian. Both of us are affected by the policies in the US.
You're gonna hook up with a Syrian to make a game specifically about US politics in the US on a train.
Yeah, that's weird, yeah.
What are you hoping to make?
So the idea is a high-tension, kind of slow-moving multiplayer game where you're all balloons and you're using the environment to try and pop and destroy each other.
Wow.
Lemon car, yellow fruit.
It turns out some of those games are harder to make than they sound, like Alex and Rashid's game about fake news.
How's the game coming along?
It's not going well.
Okay.
We have a really great high concept, but we forgot to add the great gameplay.
Maybe this is the fun part of it.
What we've discovered with the balloon game is I came up with a great idea that forces us into a position of more or less coming up with our own physics engine.
Okay.
Which is a bad idea.
You wanna go look at it now?
Let's go look at it.
All right.
Because I'm scared.
So what do we got here?
Here we go. Oh yeah.
What's gonna happen?
The lead red balloon.
What you do is like you walk on these springs and you can see the white area. That's where you're supposed to walk.
Okay.
And you're kind of collecting all these little green guys, you know, and I have these weird glasses that make people kind of experience it even more. I like the diffraction glasses.
Oh my God.
Aside from it being on a train, the whole thing pretty much looks like a standard programming jam. People chug Gatorade and scarf down ramen and Oreos, and a lot of people pull all-nighters. But not everybody. There's no Wi-Fi on the train, so you can't Google your programming questions or get sidetracked by Facebook. But the scenery can get a little distracting. Some people like staring at the Sierra Nevada mountains or watching the Rockies roll by while they code. But other developers hide out in their rooms and try to finish up their projects. Idris Wallach started Train Jam 5 years ago. Back then, there were only a few dozen people. But this year, they've had to rent out the entire train and add a couple of extra cars just to accommodate everyone. And it's turned into a place where newcomers and established professionals can learn from each other.
So people are coming here, they're making projects.
Yeah.
Do any of these end up developing into some hugely viral game or something like that?
I know that there's some apps up on the App Store for sale. We have a few people who their games have then gone on to be shown at events. I get to look at that and go, I helped facilitate that game existing.
This is kind of like a really high pressure incubator
Yeah.
that is moving.
Yeah, I guess that's a good way to put it. High pressure incubator. Oh dear.
Train Jam is not a competition, and there's no awards at the end of the ride. For most people, if you made something that's playable, you count that as a win.
Oh, come on. I did nothing wrong.
Rashid and Alex went their separate ways.
Like it's a political game, so maybe he's scared of that.
He wants to make something ambitious and awesome. Like that doesn't really work in Train Jam, honestly. You need to make something that can be done in a short amount of time, and then you gotta make sure it's finished.
Hi, come on in.
Jerry and Mike's balloon game finally came together.
Whoa, these knives are wild, man. This is, okay. Okay, it worked because I ran myself into a cactus. Okay, this is a game.
If you see any garbage, just throw it away, even if it's not yours.
Sorry.
Thank you.
What's next?
Take a shower, eat a nice hot meal, and then lay in a bed where it's not like moving and you just get under the covers and it's the most like euphoric thing that you're gonna feel in a while.